The film begins by showing a man having a survivor buoy in his hand, and he is climbing with the rope. He was a firefighter who rescued a young boy from a burning building through a window. Now he was hanged with the help of a rope. Before the people save him, the rope breaks because of catching fire. He falls down. This man didn't get any harm, and the boy was also saved. That boy stands up and moves to his family hurriedly. This man also goes to that boy's family. He asks the kid's name, but none answers him. It seems like none has seen him. He hears the voice Kim because his name was Kim. He sees while turning there was a man with a lady. They were smiling while seeing him from distance. They were happy to see him, and Kim sees his body when he sees on the other side. Kim understands he is dead. Kim's soul is shown because he is dead. The man along with the lady comes to Kim and tells while checking his car, "You are a paragon. Your soul is a paragon, and it is found in few people." Paragon means he has a good soul. He hasn't done any wrong task ever. She tells Kim he has to go through 7 trials. You have to do this within 49 days. You will be given a new body if you will pass those trials. It means you can revive in this world and can come back to this world. She also tells Kim that we are angels. They were 3 angels, 2 of them who took human souls from the world. One of the angels goes to the place where humans are buried or burnt. This lady angel was named C, and the other was named Angel B. Their head was named Angel A. It means the guardian's angels were named A, B, and C. Kim is still depressed because of his death. He wanted to meet his mother, but they tell him he can't move here on this earth. Meanwhile, a portal opens in the sky, which means the door of the other world. It takes Kim's soul with it, and it is shown in the next scene Kim has reached the other world. There were many other souls like Kim, but Kim was welcomed nicely into that world. Because Kim's soul was a paragon means he was innocent. Kim has to go through 7 trials to prove all this. The angel guardians were also with him. Kim was presented to the hell of murder at first. The murderers were brought here, or the persons because of whom someone died. Kim sees downside, and there was hot lava. There were millions of souls in that lava. They were given punishment there. Later, Kim was accused of murder in front of God, and he has 2 employees. One of them says to Kim a building caught fire many years ago. Kim's colleague was stuck in that building. He can save his friend if he wanted to. But Kim prefers his safety. He left, and due to it, his colleague died. Upon hearing this, another employee remarks that it constitutes murder and suggests Kim should be cast into scalding lava. The god of murder requests that he speak respectfully, but this is a paragon soul. The employee says Kim should be punished for at least 5 years. The guardian angel A says you should investigate what has happened that night. His colleague got stuck under a stone, and Kim tried to save him, but Kim couldn't save him. Kim heard a voice from the other side, and his colleague said, "You can't hold the stone. Go and help the other man." That's why Kim has taken the other man from there. Kim has saved 8 people that night. He also wanted to save his colleague, but the building fell when he was leaving to save him. That's why he died, and after hearing that Kim is innocent, he should be released. Kim was released from here. They leave in the boat for the next trial. Kim's next trial was in front of God of Indolence. This was the place of the trials for those who are lazy, who don't do their tasks properly, or how that human has spent his life. Kim asks the angels why are they helping him? The guardians of Angel C tells them, King Yomura has promised if they will help 49 souls to go back to Earth again, they can also go back to Earth. They have to pass all the trials within 49 days. If a human died, they have to pass him the 7 trials within 49 days. This is not for all humans, but this is for some special souls. This is for those who are completely innocent and have never done anything wrong in their lives. This was only for paragon souls. Kim was also a paragon here, and he was at number 48. Kim doesn't want to go back to Earth, but angels say you can't decide this. Only King Yamraj can decide this. They reach the god of indolence. Kim has his second trial here. And Goddess of Indolence was shown the tasks of Kim's life. How did he save the others while putting his life at risk? Goddess of Indolence becomes happy seeing this. She asks Kim how he has done all those tasks. Kim says, I have done all this for the sake of money. Goddess of Indolence becomes enraged hearing this. She asks Kim, it means money is your god? She says to Kim, you should be punished for this. Kim was standing on a wooden platform on the water. He was falling back towards the water. Kim sees towards a cascade and there were many souls. They were given the punishment badly. Kim gets scared and was about to fall, but Eagle A and B save him while falling into the water. They say Kim worked hard his whole life. He didn't take a rest ever and he wanted money for his mother. His mother was ill and he wanted money to educate his younger brother. The goddess forgives Kim after hearing all this. She says Kim wanted money. Kim doesn't want to let his colleague's daughter know that her father has died. She was younger at that time and need to pay attention to her studies. There was happiness in her life because of those letters. She has completed her studies, and when she grew older she discovered everything. Kim has written fake letters to his mother because she was ill. But when she discovered her son is married and also had a son, she recovered very soon. Kim lied because of others, not for himself. So others will stay happy, and after hearing this, Kim was declared innocent. They move forward for their next trial. The guardian angel A is shown on the earth. He discovers Kim's younger brother Rim has died. He takes out his soul from the picture and asks the soul, tell me how you die? Where's your death place? But the soul of Kim's brother runs from there and Angel A chases him. He couldn't catch him and discovers with his powers how Kim's brother died. Angel A discovers Rim and his friend in the past. They hug each other and mistakenly his friend shoots a bullet. Rim's friend goes to call his senior, but until Rim died when they reach there. Their senior comes in anger and thinks while saying to his friend, you haven't done this intentionally. This was your mistake and we have to bury his body soon. He did this because there was his promotion next month. If his seniors will discover this, his promotion will be cancelled. They bury Rim at a place in the forest. None knows where Rim was buried. The next day, the military goes to Rim's house and tells his mother, your son ran while leaving his duty. Do tell us if he will try to contact you. They were contemplating the possibility that Rim had abandoned his responsibilities. Angel A has found Rim's soul and ties him with a tree. Angel A asks him to accompany him to the other realm, and if he refuses, his brother will not be forgiven. Rim says, which brother? The brother who left us 15 years ago. And says, I don't know any brother and will not go with you. I will take revenge on them for my death. I was alive when they buried me. They buried me alive. Hearing this, Guardian Angel A remembers his past. The time when he was alive and was a human. The Guardian Angel A takes him with him. He shows him his friend who mistakenly shot him was drunk and standing in front of his house. He gives Rim's mother a map and there was a red spot on that map. This was the place where Rim was buried. He was doing this because he was a good friend of Rim. He holds deep affection for him. He was feeling regret for Rim's death and tries to commit suicide at a deserted place. Rim couldn't see all this and asked Guardian Angel A for helping him and save him. The Guardian Angel A says, I can't do this and we can't control the death and life cycle of this world. This is against our rules. Rim becomes furious and says, help my friend and I am ready to do whatever you will say. Angel A now has to help his friend unwillingly. He saves his life while cutting his rope. Kim is shown in the other world and he has passed 3 trials. Now it was his 4th and 5th trial. Those trials weren't for Kim. Those were the trials of a hell of injustice and hell of betrayal. This trial means to do something bad with others or deceive others. Kim doesn't go through those trials because he hasn't done anything like this with others in his whole life. Now there was his 6th trial. It was hell of violence. When they reached there, Kim was blamed he has once beaten his younger brother brutally. His brother was ill that day. Kim has no answer for this. Even his guardians Angels B and C have its answer. Hell of violence gives Kim punishment and Angels B and C talk to Angel A. He was on the earth and they tell him Kim is getting a punishment. Guardian Angel A requests that Kim's decision be declared final. God of Violence becomes shocked hearing this. It means if Kim will be having allegations in final, the Angels A, B, and C will also be punished. They move to the next trial while taking Kim. Angel A is shown on the earth has made Rim understand very well. He was also now a good soul. Kim is shown in another world. He was in his final trial. They were moving from a desert and Angel C asks Kim, did you try to end your mother in real? The trial centered around his attempt 15 years ago to harm his mother. Kim says, yes, I have done this because we haven't money at that time. My mother was ill and I can't see my mother dying in pain. That's why I was trying to end my mother. I thought I will end my mother, then my brother, and in the end will end myself. My brother stopped me when I was about to end my mother with a pillow. That's why I have beaten him. He was ill at that time, but there was guilt in my heart after beating him. That's why I left my home. I have decided at that time I will live my life for my brother and mother. I used to talk to my mother through letters. Rim and Guardian A are shown on the earth reaching the place where Jim worked. Jim notices his mother having the map given by his friend. The location was spotted on that map. The place where was Jim's dead body. Jim Sr. gets scared seeing the map. He pushes his mother. Seeing this, Rim's soul creates a huge storm there. He was about to finish his senior when he noticed his brother was being engulfed in the sand. It was because Rim is doing wrong tasks in the world. Rim didn't forgive his brother. Kim is shown in the world afterlife. He was standing in front of King Yamraj and this was his final trial. He will get the chance to go to the world again if he will pass this trial. Kim's sins were counted there and they say you attempted to end your mother. You thought she was sleeping, but she was awake and ready to die so her children could live their lives comfortably. They will not carry her burden. Kim becomes depressed after hearing this and asks Yamraj to give him. Kim's brother has also forgiven him. Kim has passed his 6th and 7th trials. Yamraj says to Kim, you can go back to Earth. Kim thanks to Angel C and Rim is shown on the Earth. Angel A and B were also with him and had his card in his hand. This was a Paragon card, means Rim is also now a Paragon. Now those angels have to let this 49th soul pass from the trials. They also have to rebirth the soul. They will also get rebirth after this. It is shown at the end the angels took Jim into the other world. They will also be reborn if they allow the soul to pass the trials in 49 days. With it, the movie ends here. Thanks.